Hello, welcome back to another lesson in which we'll be talking about the time value of money. So, what is the time value of money? Basically, the time value of money is saying that instead of keeping money constant or using it for other purposes, you can invest it and get a higher value at a later date. So this is saying that money is actually worth more right now than it would be in later years. Let's explore this further in depth. For example, if you have $5 right now and you spend those $5, you will get an item of your money's worth. But if you take those same $5 but invest it and use an interest rate to let more money come, then those $5 will become, for example, 6 or 7 or any other value, which is higher than your current present value. The time value of money can be a little complicated, but we're going to explore a very simple formula to help you learn this a bit better. So the formula is as follows. Your future value, so the value that you will get at a later date, is equal to your present value, so that would be the $5, for example, times 1 plus R, and R is your interest rate, which the market is going at, or any interest rate you've decided, to the N. And N is the number of years. We're going to explore this more further with specific examples. Okay, we're going to try a very simple problem. So currently you have $1,000, and at an interest rate of 3%, how much money will you have in 2 years? So this is basically asking that you are given $1,000 right now, and maybe a decided or market interest rate, which is going at, is 3%. Now, if you invest it, as the time value of money says, how much will you get in 2 years? Using the formula, your future value remains as a variable because this is unknown and this is what we want to calculate. So future value is equal to present value, and as the problem says, your present value is $1,000. So we're going to plug that in. Now, times 1 plus R, so your R here would be the interest rate, which is 3%. So converting it will give you 0.03. Putting this in parentheses to the N, and now it says how much money will you have in 2 years, so your N is 2. So your formula should look like FV, which is future value, is equal to 1,000 times 1 plus 0.03, which is 1.03 to the second power. Now, calculating this, you get $1,060.90. So this is your future value. Even though it's not higher by much, it is still higher than $1,000, showing that investing now will give you a higher value later, proving the point of time value of money. Now we're going to talk about a concept called discounting. This is really similar to the time value of money, but the only difference is that this is more of a reverse process. You're finding out the present value of future money. So in easier terms, you'll be given a future value and you'll be given a rate, but you want to find out how much money or your present value you originally had. So this uses the exact same formula. FV, which is future value, is equal to PV, so present value, times 1 plus R to the N. Except in this case, you will be plugging in a value for your future value, but your PV will remain a variable. Now, to make the math easy, we're going to use the same numbers from our last problem, except doing a reverse process. So assume you have $1,060.90 at a future value, but you want to calculate what the value was 2 years ago, so your present value. At a rate of 3% and 2 years later, what will the present value be? So plugging this in, you have your future value is $1,060.90. That equals your present value, leaving as PV, times 1 plus your rate, so 0.03 to the second power. Now, using the order of operations, you're going to divide over everything except PV. Calculating this, you get $1,000, which is your present value. So as you can see, the general idea is that a dollar today is more valuable than a dollar tomorrow, but you can calculate the future value or present value based on what variables and what numbers you are given. Apart from calculations, the general idea of why time value of money matters is because it helps compare investment options, guides decisions like saving, borrowing, and spending, and even explains why paying off debt earlier or saving for the future can be beneficial. Now you know what the time value of money is. After watching this video, go ahead on the website and try the worksheet problems. Till next time.